open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Atlanta Falcons. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And we will not have a return here to start. Thanks to the new rule, the fair catch will bring this out to the 25-yard line. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. This defense for the Vikings, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Looking for the same but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. The Falcons at 6-2 to start play. They come in playing really well on both sides of the ball. They've won 6 of their last 8 CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Drake London, his intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. You look at this defense for the Vikings. They played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
If I'm playing quarterback against this team, after what I saw on film where they had 5 picks last week, all I'm thinking about is taking care of the football, being very careful with it, and making sure I see my guys open before I throw it.
I might curl up in the fetal position.
That's not a bad idea.
I don't think he's going to do that. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On play action, Rodgers. That is caught. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 42. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
To throw is Rodgers. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Jalen Waddle, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. carry for Cam Akers. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Cousins' throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Robinson gets the toss on the right side. And shedding through the tackle. And he'll be taken down at the 18. 3rd down and 1. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll get this one way out just shy of the 45-yard line. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. On the counter, this is Robinson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Marcus Davenport brought him down, the UTSA product. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, 2nd quarter action. The Falcons with the football, as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. Throwing is Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Back to Robinson now on first down. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll run with Robinson. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. Now Rodgers going to shift him around. Second down and a run by Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a...
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal.
First down 10 at their own 3-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here at 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Madison. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. 2nd and 10.
At the 2-yard line.
Out of his end zone, Cousins. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he'll be marked down at the 2-yard line. From their own 2, Charles, they opted to throw it instead of run it. We saw the outcome.
I think what a lot of teams count on is defenses to stack the line of scrimmage, trying to force a safety or force a turnover there. But if you've got a good defensive front, you just allow them to play the run, and everyone else stays ready, and they were, and they picked that one off.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Again, it'll be Robinson. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Robinson. And this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Falcons' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. 4th and goal, the defense needed one more stand. They couldn't get it.
I just wonder if they were thinking heavy run here in that situation instead of being able to play the pass, and they were beaten on that possession.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
They're on the 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. In motion right is Osborne. Here's Cousins. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. To throw, Cousins. Looks again for T.J. Hockenson, and he's got him again. And he's going to get this all the way down to the 2 before he's wrestled out. A big play there for Minnesota. 42 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Akers will take this into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. And that'll make it 13-7.
Makes the score Falcons 13, Vikings 7.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoor them, and that time looked well for a solid game.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, 626. Hey, 88. Over.
Here's Rodgers. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. Following the interception, Cousins. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That one goes for 30 yards.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
From the red zone now, Cousins. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Gun!
A second down throw for Cousins. Flushed out right. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
Hey, no, he's easy.
Addison will go in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now Cousins sees something. He's going to change this around. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for two. They'll let Robinson try and run. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the one. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the two-point attempt is turned aside. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And this will be a Vikings first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
First.
On play action, Cousins. Into the hands of the rookie Jordan Addison. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And the Vikings first down.
Hey, flipper. Lucky 48.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Calais Campbell on the stop.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Cousins now from the 50. And oh my goodness, here's a fifth interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. Still on his feet. And he takes this one back into the end zone. The Falcon defense has a touchdown. Coup for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. He lets one go deep for Addison. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Vikings. Jordan Addison, 73 yards. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Joseph now to have the PAT. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12.
Makes the score Falcons 26, Vikings 14.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Hey, check that.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Pass to 20 for a short gain, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now it's Rodgers. Here's a screen for Robinson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards there and a 1st down for the Falcons.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
And right side, they're going to go option here. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
He'll let this go deep for Waddle. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 62 yards.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Rodgers going to throw. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Falcons get another 3rd-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Koo now for the point after. And that one makes this a 19-point game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Good route kick.
Cousins on first down. Middle of the field to Jefferson. 3/4 in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the fourth. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down.
Hey, yo. Wait that.
Play action now. Cousins going up top. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Vikings. KJ Osborne, 65 yards. And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Now Cousins going to bring his guys up for the 2-point try. They'll try and throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
At their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs to keep up with your theme there, playing keep away. First downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Now, he came into this game within shouting distance of Dan Marino at 61,361 career yards. And with that last play, Charles, he just went past Dan Marino.
I'm struggling over here. And the only reason is when you hear about him passing a Dan Marino,
a legend,
makes you step back and really take stock of his career. And you realize it's not just about the numbers. It's about the accomplishments. It's about the play. How great has his career been to pass Dan Marino's? I'd say pretty darn great.
Rodgers now on first down. Sets up the screen to Robinson. No gain on the screen there at second down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. Touchdown Falcons. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Falcons are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Here comes Rodgers now as he'll go for the 2-point conversion.
Inside.
They'll let Robinson try and run. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. His throw incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And my goodness, another interception. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Caught out left side by Robinson. Oh, good move. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Get 300. Get 300.
To throw, it's Rodgers. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Danielle Hunter from his outside linebacker spot gets him down there for a loss of 4.
Oh, is he aptly named because he certainly loves to hunt down quarterbacks. Hunter, one of the best pass rushers in the league when he's healthy. He wants to get back to double-digit sacks here in 2023.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Danielle Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season. 4th down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo. Koo knocks this one through the post. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And by rule, that comes out to the 40-yard line, so good opportunity for this offense with solid field position. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Cousins. Over the middle and complete to Addison. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Listen to me.
Second down, Cousins. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
First down, Vikings.
Again, it's Cousins. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing is Cousins. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he's not quite going to get to the marker. It'll be a gain of 8 on 3rd and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th.
Hey, Wide. Steamer.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Looking left side, that's complete to Oliver. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Lead up, 48.
Now Cousins. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. To the air again, it's Cousins. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
3rd and goal for Cousins. Touchdown, Vikings. T.J. Hockenson from 4 yards out, and the Vikings get a bit closer. Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns him there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop them from all angles. This time the tight end gets them.
Can't.
Cousins will try and throw. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And shedding a man at the 40. And this belongs to the Vikings. So the onside kick is recovered. And, you know, I always thought, Charles, as someone who didn't play these positions, that going over the middle as a receiver or trying to recover an onside kick, those are two very tough things to do.
Takes a lot of fortitude to put yourself in that position, but you have to do it in order to help your team win.
Unable to recover it, it costs them. The kicking team gets the football here. A first down throw for Cousins. Open man is Osborne. He's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. K.J. Osborne with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Vikings are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2. They'll look to throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Oh, here's a fake on the jet sweep, and a give to Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over.
To throw is Rodgers. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. 3rd and 3. Now Rodgers. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Falcons first down. And it would appear that that's going to be the one to do it. Rodgers looking to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Bijan Robinson. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Here's Cousins. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long.
Gun. 2.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.